Are you noticing more aches and pains as you get older? Or perhaps feeling more tired than usual? What if we told you that some of the habits you've been doing for years could be secretly speeding up the aging process, even after 60? But don't worry, we're not here to scare you. In today's video, we're going to uncover 7 everyday habits that might be aging you faster than you realize. And the best part? We're going to show you how to avoid them so you can feel stronger, healthier, and more vibrant in your golden years. So without any delay, let's jump right into the first habit that could be quietly speeding up your aging process. Not getting enough physical activity. It's something many of us can relate to, especially after 60. Life slows down, routines shift, and for many, the energy just isn't what it used to be. Add in joint pain, fatigue, or even a fear of falling, and suddenly you find yourself spending more time sitting in front of the TV, reading, resting, or just not moving much at all. And sure, it might feel comfortable in the moment, but over time, this kind of sedentary lifestyle can take a serious toll on your health. But how exactly does it affect your body? First off, when we don't move enough, our muscles begin to weaken and shrink, a process known as sarcopenia. This loss of muscle mass starts gradually in midlife, but accelerates after 60, making daily tasks like standing from a chair, carrying groceries, or even getting up the stairs much harder. And here's the thing, weaker muscles mean less stability, which increases the chances of falls and injuries. Combine that with reduced bone density, and suddenly the risk of fractures, especially hip fractures, becomes much more real. But that's not all. Physical inactivity also directly affects your metabolic health. Without regular movement, your body becomes less efficient at processing blood sugar, which can lead to insulin resistance and worsen type 2 diabetes. Also, sitting too much slows your circulation, meaning oxygen and nutrients have a harder time reaching the organs and tissues that need them most. Over time, this can increase your risk for serious conditions like high blood pressure, heart disease, and high cholesterol. In fact, studies have shown that sitting too much is linked to a higher risk of heart disease, stroke, and even certain cancers. And we can't forget the mental toll. Physical activity is a powerful mood booster. It helps reduce anxiety and depression, sharpens thinking, and even improves sleep quality. In older adults, regular movement is strongly linked to a reduced risk of cognitive decline and dementia. So skipping out on daily activity doesn't just weaken your body, it can also dull your mind and darken your mood. Now, you might be wondering, what if I already struggle with joint pain, stiffness, or limited mobility? Can I still do anything? Absolutely. Staying active doesn't mean hitting the gym or running marathons. It starts with gentle, consistent movement. Walking is one of the best ways to build strength and improve circulation without putting too much strain on your body. Even a brisk 10-minute walk after meals can help control blood sugar and boost energy. If walking is difficult, try water-based exercises like swimming or water aerobics. These are especially helpful for people with arthritis or chronic pain. Yoga and Tai Chi are wonderful for improving balance, flexibility, and coordination, while also offering relaxation and mental clarity. And strength training. It's not just for athletes. Lifting light weights or using resistance bands twice a week can dramatically help maintain muscle mass and keep your joints functioning well. And here's the most important thing, just start. Even small amounts of movement, a few stretches in the morning, a stroll around the block, or marching in place during TV commercials can add up. Your body is built to move, and it doesn't matter where you start, only that you do. All right, now let's move on to the second habit that could be accelerating the aging process, not prioritizing sleep. If you're like many people, you might feel like you can get by on a little less sleep as you get older. Maybe you wake up more often during the night, or you find it harder to get the deep, restorative rest you used to enjoy. But here's the thing, poor sleep isn't just a temporary inconvenience. It can have serious long-term effects on your health. First off, sleep disruptions are common as we age, But what many people don't realize is that chronic sleep deprivation can contribute to cognitive decline. As we age, our bodies naturally undergo changes that can affect our sleep patterns, like hormonal shifts or increased discomfort due to conditions like arthritis. But the real problem comes when these interruptions happen night after night. When you don't get enough sleep, your brain doesn't have enough time to consolidate memories or clear out toxins. Over time, this can lead to memory problems and an increased risk of conditions like Alzheimer's. Studies have also shown that people who get less than the recommended 7 to 8 hours of sleep each night have a much higher risk of developing cognitive disorders, like Alzheimer's and dementia. In fact, a study published in 2014 found that sleep deprivation is strongly linked to an increased buildup of beta amyloid plaques in the brain, which are one of the key markers of Alzheimer's disease. But that's not all. Sleep also plays a crucial role in your immune system. When you're constantly sleep deprived, your immune function weakens, leaving you more vulnerable to infections and illnesses. This is because during sleep, your body does most of its healing and repair. So if you're not getting enough rest, you're essentially limiting your body's ability to fight off bacteria and viruses. You might think that you're just missing a few hours of sleep, but in the long run, this lack of rest means your body is not able to properly repair itself. That means you could catch colds more often or have a harder time recovering from even minor ailments. Now, here's where it gets even trickier. Poor sleep can directly affect your ability to manage stress. When you're sleep deprived, your body releases higher levels of stress hormones, like cortisol, which are meant to help you cope with immediate threats. But if these hormones stay elevated because you aren't getting enough rest, it can have a major impact on your blood pressure and blood sugar levels. In fact, high cortisol levels can increase blood pressure, putting more strain on your heart and potentially worsening heart disease. For people who already have diabetes, a lack of sleep can make it even harder to control blood sugar levels, as poor rest can contribute to insulin resistance. This means that even if you're managing diabetes well during the day, lack of sleep can still cause your blood sugar to spike overnight, leading to potential complications in the long run. And here's something else to think about. Inadequate sleep can make you more likely to make poor food choices. When you don't get enough rest, your body's hunger hormones go haywire. You're more likely to crave foods high in sugar and fat, and less likely to feel satisfied after eating. That's because sleep deprivation messes with your brain's reward system, making you more inclined to go for unhealthy snacks or comfort foods to try to boost your energy. This, of course, leads to weight gain, which puts even more pressure on your heart, joints, and overall health. So, how can you fix this? The good news is that improving your sleep habits doesn't have to be difficult, but it does take some commitment. First, consistency is key. Go to bed and wake up at the same time every day, even on weekends. This helps regulate your body's internal clock and makes falling asleep and waking up easier. If you've been staying up late watching TV or scrolling through your phone, try creating a bedtime routine that signals to your body it's time to wind down. Reading a book, doing some light stretches, or practicing deep breathing can all help calm your mind and prepare your body for sleep. Creating a restful sleep environment is another great way to improve your quality of sleep. Make sure your bedroom is dark, cool, and quiet. If outside noise is an issue, a white noise machine can help drown out distractions. Or even something as simple as blackout curtains can create the perfect environment for deep sleep. Also, avoid caffeine or alcohol in the hours leading up to bedtime. While alcohol might help you fall asleep, it disrupts your sleep cycle and prevents you from getting the deep, restorative rest you really need. Caffeine, of course, is a well-known sleep enemy, and even a cup of coffee in the afternoon can keep you tossing and turning come bedtime. All right, do you have any sleep tips or tricks that have helped you get better rest as you've gotten older? Share your best advice in the comments. We'd love to learn from each other and improve our sleep habits together. Moving forward, let's talk about another habit that might be silently speeding up the aging process. consuming too much sugar. It's easy to overlook just how much sugar is in the foods we eat, especially when it comes in so many different forms. From sugary snacks to sweetened drinks, sugar seems to be everywhere. But the truth is, excessive sugar intake can cause some serious damage to your health, especially as we age. First off, let's discuss how sugar directly affects your blood sugar levels. When you consume too much sugar, your blood sugar spikes. And over time, this can make it harder to manage conditions like diabetes. One of the key reasons people with type 2 diabetes struggle to maintain stable blood sugar is that their bodies develop insulin resistance due to the long-term effects of high sugar consumption. This can also lead to higher triglyceride levels and increased cholesterol, putting added strain on your heart. But that's not all. Sugar also promotes inflammation in the body, which is a key contributor to many age-related conditions, from joint pain to heart disease. Chronic inflammation accelerates the aging process, making it harder for your body to repair itself and maintain good health. And it doesn't stop there. Sugar also wreaks havoc on your skin. You might not realize it, but sugar is one of the major culprits behind wrinkles, sagging skin, and loss of collagen. When you consume excessive sugar, it attaches to proteins like collagen in your skin through a process called glycation, causing the proteins to become stiff and less elastic. As a result, your skin starts to lose its youthful appearance, leading to premature signs of aging. Now, we know what you're thinking. But what if I crave something sweet? I can't just cut it out completely. We all deserve a little indulgence now and then. But here's the good news. There are plenty of delicious sweet snack options that are perfect for seniors and won't harm your health. These snacks not only satisfy your sweet tooth, but also provide essential nutrients that support your aging body. Ready for some sweet ideas? Let's start with berries, including blueberries, strawberries, and raspberries. These little powerhouses are packed with antioxidants, which help fight inflammation and protect your cells from aging. They're also rich in fiber, which supports digestion and can help control blood sugar levels. Plus, they're low in sugar, so you get that sweet satisfaction without the blood sugar spike. You can toss them into a smoothie, mix them with some yogurt, or just eat them by the handful. Then there are dark chocolate options. Did you know that dark chocolate, when eaten in moderation, can be a great source of antioxidants? The flavonoids found in dark chocolate have been shown to help improve heart health by lowering blood pressure and boosting blood flow. Just make sure you're opting for chocolate with at least 70% cocoa to reap the benefits without all the added sugar. Next, let's talk about Greek yogurt. If you're craving something creamy, Greek yogurt is a fantastic choice. It's high in protein, which helps keep you feeling full, and it's also a great source of probiotics, which support gut health. Add a drizzle of honey, some sliced almonds, or a few berries for that sweet flavor you're after without the sugar overload. For something a little different, apple slices with almond butter make an amazing snack combo. Apples are full of fiber, which helps regulate blood sugar levels and supports digestion. Paired with almond butter, which is rich in healthy fats and protein, you have the perfect balance of sweetness and nutrients. It's like a sweet treat that's actually good for you. Lastly, if you're craving something like cookies, why not try oatmeal cookies made with bananas and a touch of cinnamon? These cookies are naturally sweetened with fruit, providing sweetness without refined sugar. Plus, oats are heart healthy, full of fiber, and can help stabilize blood sugar levels. So tell us, do you have a go-to healthy sweet snack that satisfies your cravings? What's your favorite way to satisfy your sweet tooth without all the sugar? Share your tips in the comments below. And let's continue learning and inspiring each other to make healthier choices. All right, let's keep this momentum going and talk about another aging culprit, smoking. It's a habit that many of us have heard about for years. And while we all know it's harmful, the impact it has on our health as we age is truly staggering. First off, smoking is one of the most significant risk factors for a range of serious health conditions, It's strongly linked to lung disease, heart disease, and cancer. In fact, smoking is a leading cause of preventable death worldwide. The chemicals in cigarette smoke damage nearly every organ in the body, especially the lungs and heart, making them less efficient at doing their jobs. Over time, this not only decreases our lifespan, but also our quality of life. But here's something we might not always realize. Smoking doesn't just impact our internal health. It also speeds up skin aging, causing wrinkles, loss of elasticity, and that dull, dry appearance many of us associate with smoking. The reason? Smoking restricts blood flow to our skin, depriving it of the oxygen and nutrients it needs to stay healthy and youthful. As a result, our skin becomes more prone to sagging and developing deep lines, speeding up the process of aging from the outside in. And it doesn't stop there. Smoking also increases the risk of high blood pressure, which further damages our blood vessels, contributing to heart disease and stroke. For those of us managing diabetes, smoking is even more dangerous. It worsens the body's ability to manage blood sugar, making it harder to keep diabetes under control and increasing the risk of complications. Now, we know quitting smoking can seem like an overwhelming challenge, but the good news is, it's never too late to quit, and the benefits start almost immediately. In fact, within weeks of quitting, circulation starts to improve, skin begins to recover, and the risk of heart disease and lung cancer drops significantly. Quitting doesn't have to be all or nothing, and we certainly don't have to do it alone. There are plenty of ways to make the process easier. Seeking support is one of the best ways to succeed in quitting. Whether it's joining a support group, talking to a therapist, or considering medication, quitting becomes much more manageable when you have guidance and encouragement. Having someone to lean on, whether they're a professional or just a friend, can make all the difference in sticking to your goal. We also understand that breaking old habits is tough, so it helps to find healthier alternatives. When you feel the urge to smoke, replace it with something positive, like chewing sugar-free gum, drinking water, or even taking a short walk. Simple changes like this can help you manage cravings and reduce stress without reaching for a cigarette. Lastly, focusing on the benefits is key. The moment you quit, your body starts to heal. Your circulation improves, your skin begins to recover, and your risk of heart disease and lung cancer decreases. Each day without smoking brings more energy and a better quality of life. It's not just about quitting, it's about giving your body the chance to thrive again. All right, now let's shift gears and talk about another major factor that's silently contributing to the aging process: too much stress. We've all felt the weight of stress at some point, especially with the demands of life. But when stress becomes chronic, it can have a serious impact on our health. Here's why it's a health risk. When stress becomes ongoing, it leads to higher levels of cortisol in your body. Cortisol is known as the stress hormone, and while it's useful in short bursts, like when you're dealing with a stressful situation, chronic high levels can raise your blood pressure and contribute to heart disease. This is because cortisol affects how your body handles stress, leading to higher heart rates and increased strain on your blood vessels. Over time, this can take a toll on your cardiovascular health. But that's just the beginning. Chronic stress also weakens your immune system. When your body is constantly on high alert, it diverts resources away from your immune system to deal with immediate stressors, leaving you more vulnerable to infections and illnesses. This is why people who experience high stress levels often seem to catch colds or get sick more frequently. Stress also contributes to inflammation in the body, and this can worsen existing health conditions like arthritis, digestive issues, and even insulin resistance. Inflammation is linked to pain and discomfort in the body, and when stress makes it worse, managing these conditions becomes more challenging. Whether it's joint pain, digestive discomfort, or fluctuating blood sugar levels, stress amplifies these problems. What's more, stress and sleep have a tricky relationship. When you're stressed out, it's harder to relax and get a good night's sleep, which only makes the stress worse. Poor sleep increases cortisol levels, making the stress feel more overwhelming. This creates a vicious cycle where stress affects your rest, and lack of sleep makes it even harder to manage stress. So, how do we break this cycle? The good news is, there are ways to manage stress and bring some calm back into your life. First, let's talk about mindfulness and meditation. Even dedicating just a few minutes each day to mindfulness can make a huge difference. These practices can help lower cortisol levels, improve mental clarity, and reduce anxiety. You don't need to be an expert. Simply taking time to focus on your breath or practice guided meditation can help calm your mind. Engaging in hobbies is another great way to reduce stress. Activities like gardening, knitting, painting, or even reading a good book can help take your mind off stressors and promote relaxation. These activities help shift your focus to something you enjoy, which lowers your cortisol levels and gives your brain a break from the constant hustle of life. Getting outside is another simple but effective way to reduce stress. Nature has a calming effect, and spending time outside, whether it's going for a walk in the park or sitting in your garden, can lower stress levels and boost your mood. Studies show that even just a short walk in nature can have a positive impact on your mental health. Now, let's tackle another habit that could be speeding up the aging process: a poor diet and lack of essential nutrients. We all know that what we eat plays a big role in our health, but it's easy to overlook just how much a poor diet can affect our bodies as we age. First, let's talk about the risks. A diet full of processed foods, unhealthy fats, and excessive sugar is a major contributor to health issues like high cholesterol, high blood pressure, and obesity. These conditions, over time, put a serious strain on your heart and increase the risk of developing chronic diseases like heart disease and diabetes. When we fill our plates with junk food, we're not only compromising our heart health, but we're also setting ourselves up for other health complications down the road. But that's not all. A poor diet can lead to nutritional deficiencies. If you're not getting enough vitamins, minerals, and fiber, your body becomes more vulnerable to a range of issues, from weak bones to digestive problems. Nutrients like calcium and vitamin D are essential for bone health, while fiber supports a healthy gut and keeps blood sugar levels stable. Without these, we're at risk for weakened immunity, digestive discomfort, and even osteoporosis as we age. On top of that, poor nutrition accelerates premature aging. Without the proper nutrients, your body can't repair itself as efficiently, leading to issues like dull skin, wrinkles, and overall poor skin health. When you don't nourish your body with the right foods, it becomes harder to maintain a youthful glow, making aging more noticeable. But here's the good news. You can improve your diet to not only support your health, but also slow down the aging process. It all starts with eating more whole foods. By incorporating more fruits, vegetables, whole grains, and lean proteins into your meals, you'll significantly increase your nutrient intake, giving your body the fuel it needs to thrive. Fresh produce like leafy greens, berries, and citrus fruits are rich in antioxidants and vitamins that help combat the effects of aging, while whole grains provide fiber that supports digestion and blood sugar control. Incorporating anti-aging foods into your diet is another great way to boost your health. Foods rich in omega-3 fatty acids, like salmon or sardines, can reduce inflammation, support heart health, and even improve brain function. Nuts, seeds, and berries are also great options for reducing inflammation and protecting your cells from damage. These foods not only help keep you feeling vibrant, but also protect you from the inside out, ensuring your body ages as gracefully as possible. And one of the biggest things you can do for your health is to limit processed foods. Fried foods, sugary snacks, and processed meats may be tempting, but they are often high in unhealthy fats, sodium, and sugar. These foods contribute to inflammation and raise your risk for heart disease, diabetes, and other chronic conditions. Opting for whole, unprocessed foods as much as possible will make a world of difference in the long run. And let's not forget the importance of staying hydrated. Drinking plenty of water throughout the day helps keep your skin healthy, supports digestion, and ensures your body functions at its best. Hydration is key to maintaining that youthful glow and keeping your energy up, especially as you get older. Finally, let's discuss a habit that might be silently impacting your health and accelerating the aging process: not staying socially engaged. As we get older, it's easy to slip into a more isolated routine, especially if you're no longer working or if friends and family live far away. But the truth is, social engagement is crucial for maintaining both mental and physical health. Social isolation is strongly linked to a number of health risks. It can lead to depression, anxiety, and even cognitive decline. When you don't have regular social interactions, you might find yourself feeling down or disconnected. Without the encouragement of loved ones or friends, seniors may also develop poor eating habits, skip meals, or lose the motivation to cook healthy meals, further contributing to nutritional deficiencies. Not eating enough or not eating the right foods can harm your overall health and energy levels, making it even harder to stay active and vibrant. But it doesn't stop there. Being socially isolated can actually increase stress and contribute to high blood pressure and heart disease. Lack of emotional connection and engagement with others can lead to feelings of loneliness and frustration, which in turn can put additional strain on your heart. Not to mention, loneliness often hinders the desire to stay physically active. Without a social network to encourage physical activities like walking, exercising, or participating in group sports, seniors may be less likely to stay in shape, which accelerates the aging process. But don't worry, the good news is that staying socially engaged is one of the easiest and most rewarding ways to keep both your mind and body healthy as you age. Joining community programs is a great way to meet new people and stay active. Senior centers, church groups, or local clubs are excellent places to find activities that not only connect you with others, but also provide mental stimulation. Whether it's attending a crafting session, a fitness class, or a discussion group, being around others helps prevent isolation and keeps your brain engaged. Another fantastic way to stay connected is by regularly keeping in touch with family. If you're not able to meet in person, consider setting up video calls or phone calls. These simple interactions can make a huge difference in your emotional well-being, preventing feelings of loneliness. Visiting family or friends in person, if possible, is a great way to enjoy quality time and maintain strong relationships, no matter where you are in life. Volunteering is also an excellent way to stay engaged and make a positive impact in your community. Not only does it give you a sense of purpose, but it can also significantly boost your mental health. Helping others, whether through charity work, mentoring, or simply offering a hand to someone in need, provides fulfillment and keeps your social life active. Lastly, consider hosting or attending regular social events. Whether it's a casual dinner, a game night with friends, or even a fun outing, these events allow you to engage with others and maintain strong social bonds. Regularly participating in social events helps keep you mentally sharp and emotionally fulfilled. So, how do you stay socially connected? What are some of your favorite ways to keep in touch with loved ones or meet new people? Share your ideas in the comments. Let's help each other stay socially engaged and keep our spirits high as we age. And there you have it. 7 habits that could be accelerating the aging process, but also simple steps you can take today to start feeling better, stronger, and more energized. Your golden years are meant to be full of joy, vitality, and connection, and with a little effort, you can make them truly shine. If this video resonated with you, please like it so more people can find this important information. Also, share it with anyone who could benefit from these tips. And don't forget to comment below. Let's keep the conversation going and support each other as we age gracefully.